because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began, no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day.
Truth they get.
Live from Freetown. That's who the last.
I believe that football brings us together. I believe in the power that peace can bring. Now we must all work together to bring about football for peace. Let us unite. Football for peace.
Oh, so you know, cause we're different, it don't mean we can't unite. For the game, do it right. Whether you win or lose, no matter your type or your kind, we can make it a better place. So play the game, share the love. Let them know say we get what we want.
Unity, love and peace on the field. One ball, one love, one goal. Even if the team different, but the aim in the game that is same. Let peace play a role.
Make we raise with glass sensos for the gift of life. Connect to the power, bring peace alive. The only race, not the human race. One until we finish is a victory. Anytime we align. Go, go, go.
One game.
Global citizens, one people, one nation. The goal is peace. We are all goalkeepers. Defend the fight and bring the globe needs us.
We only get one shot to cover the team. Peace is the trophy, we going for the win.
So we make you sign up. Sex for the line.
Go for the ref, blow the first whistle till it's time up.
One game.
Radio 103.9 FM, live from Freetown. That's who the last.
Radio True Leader. Radio True Leader. We rise every morning with truth in our hands. No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade. We speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio True Media.
On FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I make we talk. True Media Radio. On FM 103.9.
Now God we dey Friday, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For Salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media.
One voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night. Because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way.
set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Kunya kuya radio station oga nondi ba odomi pinde ona Truth Radio 103.9 FM nondi.
I believe that football brings us together. I believe in the power that peace can bring. Now we must all work together to bring about football for peace. Let us unite. Football for peace.
Oh, so you know, cause we're different, it don't mean we can't unite. For the game, do it right. Whether you win or lose.
Welcome, people, to another weekend of football, sports, and various other activities. Them, me and Nene Fofana, and this na Truth Sport on Truth FM 103.9, Truth Media on Facebook and on YouTube. We're so sorry about the delay. We'll get some few technical issues. Today I get with me the the head of media for the past 2 matches of the Leon Stars national team, Ishmael Sarukano Esquire. He said, man, no, they left the Esquire behind. He suffered for that degree there. And I also get with me the PRO for Mighty Blackpool, winner Ibrahim Said Sankor. And today they can look into the SLFA 2025-2026 season, where they named the calendar as the revamping the football ecosystem and finding a workable football calendar. They can dive into that. They can give me their own point of view. And Ishmael also, they work as head of media for the current SLFA president, Babadi Kamara, which means they get more intake about this old thing. So you can explain, give me the own side of view. And of course, Ibrahim na PRO for Mighty Blackpool, and Mighty Blackpool being the head, one of the biggest clubs then at the country and all of that. So Ishmael, now welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Nene.
And Ibrahim, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Okay, first I go to know where una see this calendar, like how una feel, waiting on our opinion about the old thing. Ishmael, will start with you. Waiting on your opinion about the old calendar.
Yeah, of course, na progress, na development. We all know say we Babadi Kam, he promise the people and say he go restructure the football calendar. He go make sure say the league they play within the required period, and also he make sure say the teams them reduce, because when the teams them plenty, so they know they get much when campus seed money, they campus sponsorship, and also the resource of the SLFA and other sponsors them may they become constrained. So they decide to say they get for work towards that, but in order to do it alone, of course, they do it with the consultation of everybody. So of course, not progress.
Okay, if I'm waiting come to mind where this old calendar then publish.
Yeah, it's very good for football, because 3 years back, the director of competition, when I saw Ibrahim Sisi, we don't get this roadmap, for going to the ecosystem. So we go get teams them in the Premier League for cutting down to 14 Premier League clubs. So this is how we bring in the ecosystem, for coming. And they don't work towards that, but anytime where the season can end, we can find it very difficult for us to get to the ecosystem. And even this just concluded Premier League, and now the same thing, we get the same thing surrounding that. But now that, we don't launch and back, so they look forward for Siam, very successful this time around.
Okay, as you also made mention of, the ecosystem bringing down the teams there. I want to know, is it a good thing or something where people don't know for be sure? Because as a fan, a sports analyst, in a fan perspective, matches so that then go keep them engaged and how beautiful the sport is. So I'm cutting down for the next seasons to come that they reduce the amount of team where for participate in the league. So Ibrahim, you as a club, PRO, na the Mighty Blackpool, what do you think about that part there? Reducing the number of teams so they participate in the Premier League?
Well, since, like I said earlier, 3 years back, then we don't decide for get this project for let we get teams then for be cut down into the league. because we dey find am very difficult. Now before the league they play, clubs are asking for seed monies before the kickstart of the league.
Yeah.
And then now the money where they come in, not sufficient for 18 Premier League clubs. So if we get, like for example, we play the 2018-2019 league, the government come in and get 3.5 billion, you understand? And in that, we try, we level best. You see, Safadula on that league, people and gain something, right? And we see the 2 years back, the league we play, teams like Qualifier Stars cannot honor their fixtures because they have concluded that, we have already relegated. Why can't we honor fixtures in Freetown when we all the way Kenema and we know say we don't relegate? So all that within the cause because the teams then they stretch then we go into other areas for play. No funds. There is not enough funds. But we have 14 teams. Yes, it will be more competitive, really, because it gets a time we will reach the standard of having 18 Premier League clubs. But for now, it's very difficult. More.
So you think so we not reach the standard yet? Forget 18 Premier League clubs, even though they don't play before.
Yeah, they don't play, but the struggle is too much. When we get the 18 Premier League clubs, we don't ever play into the football calendar. This is one good thing about this season where we come into the ecosystem for make sure we play with the football calendar. Because in the 18 Premier League clubs, again, what are you going to look at? What are you going to look at again is the venues. Yeah. This is one challenge. You get 18 Premier League clubs. In Freetown, we play now the SLFA Academy, then you play na the Apple School. Just 2 venues in Freetown. And Freetown get most of the Premier League clubs and more than the provincial teams. Yeah. So again, if you have more venues, you have more teams. But you don't have more venues, then you get much team for play. So what's in the happen? We get 2 teams where they play only on Saturday. One will play na Apple School, one play na the SLFA Academy. Let's say we have stadium, then Lions is rounding up, the trade center, and then, let's say Angola Field, Mohamed Kalon finish, you understand? We go able to match up, for get the league done to time. Why the league not done to time? It's because of the venue. Because you just get for allocate teams by the venue that we did. Okay. So the more you get more teams, the more the league they stretch beyond the time. That's why all the past 2 leagues that we play, we struggled for sending representative, to CAF, because always CAF get for remind the FA that we're asking for your the winner and the runners-up, to represent Sierra Leone. So what they do now? We begin play with congested fixtures, where you get for play maybe 3 match in 1 week or 2 match in 1 week. So that's one of the reasons why make we not forget 18 Premier League teams with the ecosystem very good in that. If we have more venues, we can even have 20 teams. Okay. So it becomes more competitive.
Before I come on to Ibra, I want to ask you in terms of the infrastructure, because I get Honorable Papa at the studio a few days ago, and he talks that the Sierra Leone Premier League board not totally responsible for teams then forget locations for play. Waiting then responsible for organize the league and make sure say come up and so I go ask, is it that they part of Una Mighty Black? Because Una na one of the biggest and oldest club in the country. Forget a suitable environment like East Lions get already and Bo Rangers get already. Una said they try forget a good place where in some of these Una all matches go be played now on a field.
Yeah, definitely. It's a long-term project for Mighty Blackpool because you get for prepare that and even other teams because there are many teams, we will talk about, we not get that venue. You understand? Yes, Eastern Lions don't do very well. Then we try for wrap up, for see how this season, then we'll play at them field. So we are looking towards that. But like I say, it's a project. Going to infrastructures, yeah, there are other things in front of us where we try for settle, then before going to infrastructure.
Okay, Ishmael, to you, since you they close to the whole SLFA team, being part of the Babadi head of media, you don't work as well as to the Leon Stars national team, then past 2 games, which means that you got a very good relationship with them and you don't hear some certain things the way they go on there. I'm looking to this whole calendar. The last Premier League we start October. We they look at the congestion of the league them, and a lot of people that they say, even myself partially agree agree with that because of how the league they run. They make when it goes to international competition like the CAF League, these with champions and runner of they're able to perform better. So being part of the media, so you think saying that the reason why made they decide for reduce the league, and how does the league starting in November go make any difference to that as well?
So let me get a background first to all of these.
Okay.
So of course this new football ecosystem, the SLFA thought and fits for those stakeholders consultation, regional consultation with all football stakeholders across the country, all over the country, engage them on the way forward, how they want to see the football ecosystem, how they want to see the next leagues them move on. I mean the Premier League, female division leagues, and youth leagues. So one of the things then we come out clearly now that the current league structure for remain unchanged, you know, and also for defer relegation to this season where they can start that. The season we done, no team no for relegate, including Mighty Blackpool. We in a very good news for the teams them we for don't go down to the Division 1 league, you know. So that particular decision day, especially that relegation day, a lot of people in some
I don't know if I will come in closer to the mic so that people
So of course that be very important decision for stakeholders them. So stakeholders in the northeast, northwest, southern region and eastern region be support than they say relegation of a day. So the only region where we get contention where we go against than the western area. But of course majority carries the votes, and the entire country except for the west, not be the western area, not be accepted to than the, So at the end of the day, the executive committee be end up for say well, being that this not the case, no team no go relegate, then go continue this season and going now forward, we go get relegation. We by next season we'll get 16 teams instead of the 18. We go participate in the following after this league, the next league, 16 teams. Then the other season, 14. Because one come with the teams then to 14. We're not going to do one thing, remove all the 4 teams. So we can remove 2 and then remove another 2. Then we get the 14 because 14 was the actual structure, before they can change into 18. Now, because if you look at the Austrian league, they get 12 teams. But you look at the Belgian league, they get 16. You look at the Denmark league, they get 12. European countries, they not get 20 or 18. Even Bundesliga and 18 then get. You see, so you get for bringing them to a level where you able cater for the teams then.
But why is it on that? I want to ask this question quick. Like, why is it that SLFA will decide for move on to 18 and now they get back for go down to 40? Is it poor planning or waiting?
No. Well, as I mentioned, Baba the way he come, one of the things that we do now for consult, talk to everybody, and look at the resources we really meager, for take care of 18 teams across the country. So if you get 14, instead of spread them across the 18 teams, then now 14 teams will get more resources. They will get more money, more seed money. They will get more time for play, and also the venue them, not go strain for venues them. Of course, now we'll get a lot of venues them, but that 18 teams, they make games them, they play. All the games they play 1 day or 2 days. As you get we can play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But now, in fact, an extra burden on the Premier League board and the Sierra Leone Football Association. So now, if we get this one, we go play the 18. Next season, play the 16. Then the other season, play the 14. I think that's fair enough. In fact, it go make the Premier League tense. Nobody know how to relegate.
Yeah, I'm looking into that concept. Is that how much team though? Because they don't actually move out the calendar for structure yet. Fine, one. They just only release dates. So almost team that you think say get for relegate this season where they come, and other almost team that they for come up because I really this relegation issue to me I think say it's more, I don't say as in a very, very good way. Looking at teams there where they don't play now the Division 1, we're supposed to come up, they don't spend a lot of resources, and at the end of the day, they're not able to come on because of something I go say maybe now the SLFA them fault, because now the run the league operate any good administration will make sure say these leagues them structure well and good. Then I make a ask say why the team there for suffer on something way before saying that the SLFA then form?
Well, as I tell you, Babadi take office in August 2nd. So all this be done, they happen, we in Odi. That make we don't can now without a structure. Get stakeholders' thoughts and opinion on how we for move the football calendar forward. So now with in presence as president, we see progress. So this now the roadmap, this football ecosystem now the roadmap for the next 4 seasons, you know. So I'm not going for see SLF now. We just come August. So
or you don't follow sports, you don't
follow
of
course.
Football,
we are talking about the new administration now, how we put mechanisms in place. Forget some rights, you know. They not be don't get our rights in the past. So now the structure they did, the roadmap they did. Who they follow and through for make sure say we get them right.
But how consistent is this? Not the question. Because one of the things the way Salon lack consistency, especially in the football sector, consistency and transparency. Any new administration, they can with in form, they can waiting in field say right and so. And honestly, these changes can affect a lot of things. One, they they sell out the football world to the international world. They sell out the country very bad.
I don't think so.
Also, yes, because we champions the whole crown now, so no disrespect to these teams. They don't play very well and all. But when they go into the CAF competition, we all aware of their performance.
Well, then na a discussion for another day. This one, na the football ecosystem will try for build. I think see if we get 14 teams, then they go make the competition very high. They go make sure say clubs them, you know, they get the resources where they deserve for get. So if club go participate in the CAF competition, you know, do well, then in the club on you, now for putting mechanisms in place, gets the players them and make sure say them perform very well. Not to SLFA. The clubs them they represent themselves, even though the green, white, and blue then go out there, but not to SLFA per se. Then as club for make sure say them do their own level best. For perform very well, get the required players and get the required technical training and go out there and perform very well. Not to SLFA, they say back, go perform well or not perform well.
Okay, I come back to you because I'm not totally agree with that part. But before Ibrahim gets bored in the studio, Ibrahim, Ishmael mentioned about the old relegation and Unana, a very big team where gets involved in this whole relegation saga, wherein Unano agree, the Mighty Black will not agree, say them for relegate, but according to the end of year list, the football structure list, Una for relegate, but it's a good thing that no relegation or therefore happen. So diving into the relegation, you think say maybe part of the SLFA the reason is that because they don't actually give Una justice yet.
Well, one thing I want to make clear for us, Mighty Blackpool, not one of the clubs that we're happy with non-relegation, because in the sense, people they say Mighty Blackpool should be happy because they're not relegated. No. As far as we are concerned, we finished 11th at the Premier League table with 43 points. That will challenge anywhere, right? So if relegation
so
not
Ishmael, I hope you don't agree with that.
If
now
relegation not
Mighty Blackpool not relegated.
No, the opinion. I can tell you, Ibrahim not cut you, as I tell you, Premier League clubs them or stakeholders in the Western Area not agree with the decision. I did try for mention.
All right, no go.
Like as I say, we challenge that decision and that the league table is inconclusive. Okay. Right? Not the updated table, because society disciplinary committee, football has structure. Yeah. And the structure, when you feel aggrieved, you go to the football structure and make sure see you lay your grievance. And that's exactly what we do. And we appeal against the decision And at the time where they appealed, that was on the 31st of July, and I think the current president, Seth Nobidi, when the match play. And then we appeal, we go to the disciplinary committee, hearing will take place, yes, the hearing take place. And then there was a ruling, yes, there was a ruling. So it's left to the Premier League board, you know, for put the points at the table. But we don't see any official table, you understand. Although they make the reports to the current executive now, but I think you're not in the public domain, actually, because I know set eyes on them. So based on relegation, clubs like Diamond Stars and Cambo Eagles, I think True Rest, Bulham Stars and FCFC, they should be happy, you know, that there is no relegation, definitely.
So you declare for make and clear, say, una no relegate at all?
Not at all, not at all. And there is evidence towards that, which is the ruling from the disciplinary committee.
But that issue they be ever been settled by the SLFA?
Well, one thing we good, you know, like I say, we always follow the football structure. When the new ESCO come in, because they not be there, at the past ESCO when the match be play, but when they come in, they meet the structures. So what do we do? Yes, we write them, we inform them. When I don't come, there is a problem. And this is a problem going on now between the Premier League board and headed by Mark Gigba, and then with Mighty Blackpool, based on the disciplinary committee. And now people keep saying the ruling will come out, you know, from the disciplinary committee, and it's not from the disciplinary committee. And who for make that statement? It's the disciplinary committee. Because imagine a lawyer, Lamin Bayo, he put out a ruling out within the public domain, then this same Lamin Bayo, he's a Sierra Leonean, and he's here. But he don't ever come out and say, this document where they pass around social media, where my name Dede, is not coming from me. Because if you name, you sign the documents they make rounds on social media, you for don't come in debunk, no?
Absolutely.
Say this the way they make so, you know, come up for me. But never. But other sets of people, they say, no, it's not coming from Lamin Bayo. And the disciplinary committee up to now never reject that document, you understand, say, Nadi. So after we don't write all the bodies, you know, we say nothing happens, so we just have to, because I always keep saying that we're going to exhaust it internally. Then from there, we can move to the FIFA disciplinary committee. So internally, we exhaust everything, copying the Ministry of Sports, the NSC, the Sierra Leone Football Association. I think these are the bodies, you know, within the football family, where we say, if you are aggrieved, you take a day. So after exhausting all that, then now we take it to the disciplinary committee. The disciplinary committee of FIFA don't write the FA and try give them a week, you know, for respond, and then the process is ongoing actually.
Let me don't respond now, because I remember I be host is it the Secretary General from our team the last time for ask some concerning the same issue, and they be tell me say, and then still there on the 6 days, and by now that 6 days for me don't exhaust already. So is it that the SLFA ever agreed to that, or not just don't move on from the whole issue?
Well, we put the house in order for play the league, despite the matter not the whole way up. You understand? Now there is a date we don't be pushed again for the 30th for complete registration. So we don't on them process and the information see we register our players and for the league. That will not stop us, you know, to do internal things, you know, for make sure say we focus on the league. But that process is ongoing, and FIFA do take their time how they respond to things. So we're looking forward to what will be the outcome from them.
All right. As part of, I believe, say the Babadi-led committee, transparency and maybe justice could be part of with the issue where justice, you totally agree with say yes, the SLFA or Mighty Blackpool something, or is it that you not agree with the fact that Mighty Blackpool not relegate?
As far as me know, the Premier League board say that particular decision not come from the committee, they mention them. So we go by that. And the league table see Mighty Blackpool at the relegation soon, because myself as a journalist, I asked the question, you know, and the Premier League board tell me the same thing. I see with the table, the final table, they mentioned and give me the final table. We Mighty Blackpool in the relegation zone, the final table of the league. So, me, they always go by waiting the Premier League board say. Mighty Blackpool will get a young graveyard. Of course, then they exhaust the structures them. We, of course, not the rights. So they can go with them, they can still go with them, but the league they starts and will they make progress.
All right, but this delaying process, in the future, is it that something where we for still they go to where we don't outgrow this now?
Okay, let me mention this. Now we all know say if Division 1 league they play, if we play across the country, correct?
Absolutely, yeah.
Division 1 no go play in the north and western area, then you expect team there for relegate and team there for come up. It's unfair to the other regions then.
But it's not unfair to the one where they play the league?
No, you know they get me point. If Division 1 league they play,
yes.
If we play nationwide, correct?
Absolutely.
If we play at the north, the west, the east, the south, and other parts in the country.
Yeah.
But Division 1 league only play at the western area. In fact, in all the structure.
Okay, so
then Division 1 league also play at the north.
Yeah,
what about the south, the east? Division 1 not play. So if team then they come up, you don't deprive the other regions them, not forget team at the Premier League.
Ibra, I asked you now, I throw this question to now too directly. Like, is it the team them fault, say them play the league and others not play, or is it the fault of the SLFA?
I tell you say not to the fault of the SLFA, not to the SLFA they organize Division 1 leagues.
Okay. But now they're not the governing body?
Yes, not the governing body, but not to the organized Division 1 league. And of course, we come August, I always they tell you this, we meet all things on the happen, not under our administration. Now, if Division 1 league play at the west, they play at the east, at the north, and not playing at the east, and not playing at the south, then they say Premier League team therefore come up. You don't deprive other regions them, not forget representation. Now the Premier League. So now incomplete process. So you don't need to forget that process there, forget teams then at the Premier League. This one now, you see the calendar, Division 1 league they can play all over the country. So now you know say if then they go into playoffs, all the regions then be represented. So it will be unfair. You can't say teams relegate, then the one that will come up not just from the western area and the northern region. What about the south? What about the east? They're not very representative. So we get for look at equity as well, fairness. You get for look at equality. Everybody equal when you come into football. So you know we'll just get two regions them for Division 1, where you need all the regions them for Canada Premier League. It's unfair.
You agree with him in that aspect there, because you earlier say you're not in support of the no relegation process. So you agree with what they say now, that it's just so unfair to other teams and if some team then come up in terms of the relegation.
Well, the non-relegation, I'm talking about Mighty Blackpool specifically.
Okay.
Not about what the FA do for the non-relegation, specifically that Mighty Blackpool not relegates. That was talk about relegation. Fair enough to the current school, they inherit this problem that other regions not play. And then we have 5 regions.
Yeah.
Each of the 5 regions therefore play, they have 2 representatives. The 2 representatives, each then will get 10 for get the Super 10.
Yeah.
So if this Super 10, the 5 regions then don't send 2, so it means everybody included, all regions. So it depends if your region survive in getting the teams promoted to the Premier League. So since now the football field, now everybody for play and gets what you want. But now they inherit a problem that other regions not play. So it make them so then get them right in explaining for the football family for people to understand. Even though other people have their own interpretation why those regions not play. You understand? But the fact of the matter, what is in front of us, some regions not play. And now if you say you take the regions that we play, then it's not a nationwide Division 1. So in that area, then get them right because they inherited the problem, and now this is how they want to fix the problem. It's just that what they say now, we need the league for starts, for like we get the time, because now we're moving to November 8th, we'll say the league starts. And then we get for take into considerations that they come a time where they get a rain season period, where we see what happened last season between FC Calon and Wusum Stars. Force majeure, rain come, the game not done. And there are other matches also, who audience between, I choose was FC also, not be able to play because of rain. So you think about that. And then when the matches they not play, it extend the league in time way for done, where it affect we for send representative. So being that we get the calendar now, let's start for work with them. And I hope this November 8th is not a proposed date, because all the time where we see the League One starts, we can get first dates. Okay. And can play, we'll move to another date. Yeah. So we hope that this one now, it will start, because if it starts, it will be good for we, for let we get to representative early.
And honestly, now the type of consistency that they were they talk of, I'm still there with the issue of the inconsistency of the old footballing structure. And I hope say with time they're able to rectify and make everything consistent, because like I said, just every new administrative getting your own format and outing there. Therefore, when every time complain, it's too much.
So as I tell you, we left all landing now. This now we force calendar.
Okay.
And you not go judge we not do anything. So the league starts on the 8th. The men's league starts on the 8th. And then no doubt the women's league starts on the 15th. And I make the registration they close at the end of this month. So who don't register now? Well, not a problem. The Premier League board don't meet Leon Rock last week with the president. In fact, this week with the president. And of course, then they reaffirm their commitment for continue for support the league. And we see the president meet Maran Pamines for support the female league. So we are making progress. We need to put dates there at the end of the day just for date's sake. Now for make sure see the calendar starts and end very quick, because we all know say, as he mentioned, the rain. In fact, I make now we forget say 14 teams. The weight self get for short. The calendar get for very, very short. The league season get for be very, very short. Because if you get 14 teams, you're not going to play within that 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, we'll be playing 26 matches, so it's exactly less than the 34 we are playing now.
You see? So that's not 26 weeks. So you get for very, very short. So when I make we do all in things also for make sure we get some right. And by the grace of God, going into the next 4 years, we could really change the football calendar and the ecosystem.
All right, Fambo, this is Truth Spot on Truth FM 103.9, on Truth Media on Facebook and YouTube. There with we look at the SLFA 2025-2026 calendar. And don't forget, so yourself can add your voice to this discussion by sending a short message, a short text to the short code 239, or you can comment on the Facebook and YouTube page. We they come back after this break, so not go no side there with we got more for talk about. So therefore can talk about Mighty Blackpool and preparation for this coming season, and wait here as well the structures and they in place from the SLFA for make sure say this season also the complaints that will be there from the last season not go happen again. We they come back after this commercial break.
Me man, you not gonna believe this. Orange Money cash out fee don't count down to only 1% for any amount you cash out.
Young lady, now true say Orange Money they charge now 1% for cash out?
Yes, sir. Just 1% of the amount where you want for cash out.
So if I cash out 1,000 leons, now 10 leons no more they pay?
Exactly. 10 leons for 1,000 leons.
So me picking, if I cash out 100 leons, now 1 leon they pay?
Yes, ma. Just 1 leon for 100 leons.
Wait, bar. If I pull 50 leons, that's only 5 cents that they pay?
Now you don't talk so.
Wow, this one fool me much. I know one day here is such low fee. Orange Money don't make things easy for we all.
Now, cash out for only 1% of the amount with the widest agent network, Nasalone. Now the cheapest cash out fee. No more stress, no more high fees. Just easy transaction. Orange Money, they any outside you go.
Orange Money, they are for you and me.
Mama, this internet no dey gree make I do me homework. It's too slow.
I no want make you worry. Signature Connect don come na salon. Signature Connect wey na fiber internet and microwave coverage e get dey na salon now. And e come from make the internet problem done kpakpata. Signature Connect wey dey na number 92 Regent Road Hill Station don come with package dem wey go sweet you. When you connect, you dey get 3 days free trial for both postpaid and prepaid options. Then package and sweet then get 700 for small homes, 900 and then 1,250 for smaller office them and business place them. And say for corporate services them. You dey able use the internet for connect to CCTV camera, laptop and phone and other appliances them where you get na you house or you office. Not forget to Signature Connect day for all man. Contact them na 072 568 290 or 033 233 620.
Welcome back from that commercial break there. We will look into the 2025-2026 calendar, football calendar from the SLFA where they released this past few days. It was on Wednesday, and I get with me Ishmael and Ibrahim. Ibrahim come up from Mighty Blackpool. You know Mighty Blackpool are one of the biggest and richest club in terms of trophy and stuff. Yes. And also Ishmael the head of media for the Pasu Leon Stars game, and of course head of media with the Babadi media team as well. So you can get a lot of insights on how these decisions are made and how the league they are. So they are. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
To you, Ibrahim. Like I said, just know, Unana one of the biggest team. With terms of trophies, you guys are rich. So with the recent performance, ever since this league returned from that 4 years break, Mighty Blackpool they put up the performance where people that they expect. So to the fans that out there, waiting at the, I want you tell them, waiting at the main reason, like what is the challenges where the club they face right now? We're not able to get the best of Mighty Blackpool yet.
Well, there are a lot of challenges na Mighty Blackpool, you know, where they deal with internally, really. For the past 4 years, like you say, we have different ESCO members. In 2018, we get the team-led executive, will be there, Mighty Blackpool. Then from there, since 2018, in 2020, we have the Suleiman Zainu Paka-led executive. And then from 2021 to date, we have the Roddy Michael-led executive. So it tells you 3 ESCO don't take place, you know, within this short time, you know, where we don't play the league. But 3 years back, we finished second in the league, behind Bo Rangers. Mm-hmm. And then before that, we finished 4th in the league. And then we finished 11th for 2 consecutive seasons now, which it's very sad for the supporters, you know. But we work very hard, you know, this season because last season was very tough. It was tough from the start, you know, to the end. We find them very difficult, you know, because we were all playing under stress, not even the players, fans, ESCO members, you know.
Why the stress?
Well, in football, you can get bad season. For last season specifically, I would tell you saying a bad season because the couple of players they all get, when you watch them, some teams they already lost to, our players they all get, they are not compatible with them, you know. But in football, it's collectivity. You can get the good players in the pitch. If they don't get that collectivity within themselves, they can play teams considered as minnows, can go and beat them in the game. So we struggled. And last season is the first season in the history of Mighty Blackpool, you know, to play with 4 coaches in a season. Because we started with Coach Patrick, and he played 6 matches, and then Inobi gets a win, so we take him out. Then again, we get for coming with a Liberian coach, you know, who was just on a temporal basis whilst we were looking, because he was not a licensed B coach, licensed A coach actually, he was a licensed B coach. So we will look at he handled some 5 matches. Then from there, we move to Tito Cole. And Tito Cole come and play 12 matches. And then from there, the result nobody come in to 81. So we get rid of him, and then we bring Coach Gino Kone. Coach Gino Kone now come and end the season. So for the whole, just for the one season, we have 4 different coaches.
Wow.
It's very tough, you know, because even when you change the coaches for bring the results, the one that will come, no, they change them back. And a lot of challenges with players, you know, not, you know, these boys have the habits, you know, not coming to trainings, going to play mini leagues, you know. So then difficulties and they get. But again, injury also, because some players are irreplaceable in a team. Because injuries will go to key players in the team. So that make this time around, we want to get them right. For let's fight, let's make sure we compete this season. Because I think now we able to give Sierra Leone the best representation. Because you know, in the elite competition, we've moved to the quarterfinal of the CAF Champions League, right? And that stands for a Sierra Leonean team for reach that far. So we believe, now Mighty Blackpool back will represent this country and break that record and move to the semi-final or the final of CAF Champions League. So that's why we fight hard this season. We put things in place. We have a couple of players now. The technical director make sure they bring into the team. Then we blend with some of the players them last season and see how we can compete this season.
All right. I will ask you another question, but I go first to Ishmael. Ishmael, the SLFA, the old calendar changes and the old team, you know, not relegating to the Division 1 team. They don't spend a lot of resources. I really still they waiting self to them. Some they don't buy players and for improve their squad so that they go come up. At some point, somebody talks, they say, what if this is politics? Because some of the teams they waiting for relegate now, big names they're like, you know, the City Council FC teams like Mighty Blackpool, where you say now that you believe say them for me don't relegate.
I know they call we for this relegation.
I don't believe now the official table at the top but.
Yeah, you are according to the official table you made mention of that, which means that you believe say them for because you made mention of.
I reference the table.
Referencing the table, okay, more agree for this again. That's you reference the table, say Mighty Blackpool indeed for relegate and other big teams themselves they under the relegation zone. So you think say is it a politics or is just that because of the old division leagues they not play?
So politics done August 2nd. Now na development. I tell you say we dey look at equity, we dey look at equality, we dey look at a situation who say everybody go be inclusive. Now you play Division 1 at Western area. We not even structure. You know, you get.
But also, I get not to SLFA getting
No. You get the regional football associations.
Okay, we I believe say then go start something.
We not to wonder we administration, then do the thing then they. You know, we come August. You know they happen. You know for going for. You know they happen under our administration.
Yeah.
Because we go make sure say everything go as planned. Everything go. Everybody we need equality. You know, go be unfair to other teams. You know, how the Division 1 plays in the Western area. It's so absurd. Teams then, you get teams that we protest. You understand? Mm-hmm. So, then they force, now big mess up. Now, you play under the Western area. Play under part of the North. The other part of the North not play. The South not play. The East not play. How you expect them to be represented in the Premier League? They not play the own Division 1 leagues. They not play the Division 1 leagues. Waiting the SLFA at that time under Daddy Ibrahima do for make sure say all the regional body them play them leagues them. Waiting them do. So now because we want fairness, we want equality, we want inclusivity, we don't get the football ecosystem, the football calendar don't do. We all the leagues and they play simultaneously across the country. Okay. Going forward next year, people and teams then go relegate. Teams then they come up. We know say everybody now the Division 1 going to the playoff. All the regions then go be represented. So fairness go there, equity go there. But now you two region play, the 3 not play. Enough fair.
Okay, so what we did try for wrap up the program, so maybe this will be the final question to you. I'm looking at the old structure, the calendar, every two on our own pitch is very good, and we hope say una walk in line with that. So what should these teams expect from the SLFA in terms of maybe financially or stuff like the support, the gates taken for the fans? Is it going to be the same or any other changes?
Then the Premier League board will talk about in the near future.
Okay.
But the president, we see, meet with the key sponsors them, meet with Leon Rock this week. You know, of course, Leon Rock will continue for support the Premier League, the men's Premier League. And he meet with Marampa Mines. We don't assure for sponsor the female Premier League. You know, then other leagues them, also they try for the FA Cup, of course, Africell don't opt, you know, for support the FA Cup. So this is what the president is doing for make sure say it gets corporate bodies them where they come for support. So SLFA in your resources now will go into youth development, go into other developmental activities them. We no need for go again go spend per FA Cup or go spend per Premier League because we get corporate bodies them where they come for support. So we are really making progress. Next year by now we will talk other things about Salone
I
football.
want to be able to raise money on una units. Besides, what if a point which we are in sponsor Doibugi in the way to they expect? How the SLFA they plan on raising money on it?
Well, the SLFA they raise money through the funds so they get from FIFA, you know, or get money from other corporate bodies. And of course, as I tell you, the money SLFA they get can able to put them into other things then. Of course, now we see under Daddy Brahma use FA Cup money for go to other team. When a misappropriation. Now, SLFA, if this money now for this pen, and they use them for this pen. If not for this paper, they use them for this paper. Now we go into the corporate world, talk to corporate houses, with the supports. And then in a big thing, now a very big thing, for supports the Premier League clubs them, support the women Premier League clubs them, support the Division 1, support the FA Cup. You know, this is progress, this is development, and that trajectory they now they continue with.
Ibrahim, with Mighty Blackpool, waiting at the structures in place for this coming season where they start. And as we all know, player registration there, and you talk earlier about the team players, them no, I could call it indiscipline. Discipline where because some of the players they leave on a matches for they go play in lower community leagues, then get injuries and so where to now they put in place so that the fans then go to say yes this club don't go and they not go pouring their money for go watch games them for nothing.
Okay, let me just start by talking about the still Ishmael they emphasize on Mighty Blackpool relegation.
No,
right?
they ask me question. I was not emphasizing.
Yeah.
Now, Nene ask question, I respond.
Okay, you're talking about the table. You keep emphasizing on the table.
Yeah, because he asks question, I tell him say the official table from the Salone Premier League board, Mighty Blackpool in the relegation zone. And if you go back to the Premier League board, their Facebook page, now that table you go meet this. So they deal with official documents and official statements.
That's official documents, official table. And the same leadership way Ishmael there they talk about, set up a committee we call the Transition Committee.
Yeah.
And we see the publication of that committee that the league table on the league board where the way how they run the league, there are many problems within the league. And they even recommend, you know, for let we just, you know, scrap this league. Let we go to another one, right? And then they recommend that no relegation, no promotion. And this current ESCO accepts that. So if you people have accepted what the transition reports you set up, you know, and put out, so why are we making reference to that table and that league board?
So IB,
you understand?
IB.
Because already they've condemned that league. And this They condemn the
They
league.
not say.
You understand?
They not
They
say.
only give
No,
a
they not ever say.
And the recommendation have been accepted.
They not ever mention Mighty Blackpool in the first place. Now that recommendation.
Yeah, they always
not
talk
ever
about
mention
We are
Mighty
talking about the
Blackpool.
league.
Yes, but we are
It's
being
not the league.
specific. We are being specific.
You understand?
The question
And this is
is
the league.
Mighty Blackpool relegating, and that
You
did not
understand?
ever mention at the report. We dey talk about relegation now, so and the relegation where they mean, now because of the poor Division 1 will not happen at the other parts of the country. Now then they make them say the league therefore scrap am, because if you play Division 1 western area and parts of the north, then the other parts of the north, south and east no play am, it unfair to the other regions. And that was the recommendation, or that was the finding.
And the entire league.
Yes, but they not ever
They
mention
are
this
talking
specific.
about the entire league. We should scrap the league.
Yeah, but they not mention
You understand?
Mighty Blackpool relegation.
So if you scrap the entire league, you understand? We are not talking about any table again. We
No.
are not talking about anything more than
Yeah, we are
that.
not talking about it, but
You
specifically,
understand?
they don't mention Mighty Blackpool relegation.
So once the committee make recommendation, and the current EXO that set up the committee have accepted the decision, so we move on, right?
We move
and
on.
then Mighty Blackpool, we yes,
No,
we
we
didn't
don't move on into
we
because
didn't place.
the old thing
No, we are-
we not actually arrive in the decision
No,
yet.
no.
So I make I ask you
Yes.
earlier is that if una go move on from that, una go just forget about everything, or una still dey proceed with una case, because not so for now. What if in the future things like this continue to happen? Because the same player, I remember an
An
interview
injustice
with
to
you.
Mighty Blackpool can be an injustice to another club.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow we'll have a chairman coming from Kenema, for example. Now the chairman in question here is from Kono, right? And then the decision affects Diamond Stars. And then he decides for keep on to the ruling. And this is the same...
just want to make reference
this is not the same chairman, you understand? When take 3 points and move back and give Wusum Stars against FC Cologne. And we'll see 4 members from the board disassociating themselves from that. And this is the same person we get a ruling, we come in a hand, because it is against Diamond Stars, he decide for keep the ruling until he leaked on the social media, right? So tomorrow, if we Mighty Blackpool, we don't move to set this precedent for let this not happen injustice, tomorrow what will happen? Let's say we have a chairman coming from Kenema, right? Against, then it happened that Cambo Eagles, you understand, gets issues with another team, and then problem happen within Cambo Eagles and another team, and that point will affect Cambo Eagles, not for relegates. They will have to make reference to this one. If we don't set up, okay, no, we better protect that, right? Now, what advice I will give to Ishmael is here, and the FIFA Connect.
So wait, before you giving out the advice,
Yeah.
una don't move on from this old situation, or is it that una still, because you una be don't reach out to FIFA and you say FIFA don't reach out to SLFA?
So we are waiting for that decision there,
But it's
right?
past the 6 days.
You understand? And we keep waiting for that decision. You understand? Let's continue to wait, right? But we are moving, Mighty Blackpool. We're moving now, going to the league, right? Because we are part of the league, right? Now, in a situation like this, it's very bad for the game, right? Now the advice. The FIFA,
You
the
don't
FIFA
really
Connect.
answer yet the question. Una
What's the
they move
question?
on from this old relegation delaying protesting, or una not move on from it, una still the fight for
We are still working on that, right? Justice should be done, right? For Dynamic and make reference, we don't want that to happen again. That's why we're moving on with that, right? Now, the FIFA Connect system is to protect the Premier League clubs, in a sense, taking points on the table. Me now one possibility found on that, because you have to get the points on the pitch. So you verify the players, you understand, wait for play the league, so we not get them kind of problems there. So that's why we have the FIFA Connect. Now, the October 30 is the deadline for registration. And when the registration is closed, all the players that are registered.
But the issue with that registration, I say at the start of the registration process, you not be able for, get into that. On our system, will not be able to log into that.
Yeah,
Or maybe
before.
get that from
That was correct. That was correct. But now we are in the system and we register our players. So when we don't register our players, like last season, what thing they do, they get life card we then give to all players.
Yeah.
Then life card they present them. So you talk to the officiating team, like something like a seminar where you discuss with them, tell them, see, now all clubs you present this life
I think
cards.
he's giving our recommendations. So
You understand? You give these life cards. You understand? So then life cards there, you present them. Then the officiating team, they work on them. For any player that is not eligible to play the league, you don't allow them to play. Because when they are not eligible and the club forced to use the player, this is how the club will play under protest.
So at the time,
and it's difficult for you to see that in the international scene.
And will give Ishmael a few
yes,
minutes.
Ibrahim, this administration very different.
I agree.
Very unique.
I cannot judge
all
you.
them buha would happen not to under our administration.
I know.
So now going forward,
that's why I said I'm giving an advice to this current test.
Going forward, you have to see difference. Now, may not see any Sausa injustice day. Because first of all, on a for playing at the Premier League this season. So
you don't try for say them move on from the.
You have to move on.
And we don't want people to see us that we are playing the Premier League as defaults.
Nobody know the play. Nobody know the just what I mean. Nobody
want to see people to see us
as
like
far
that.
as the official table concerned, then they are the relegation zone. Of course, me they go by the official table.
When that the man
now and that official table is
now
it is the Premier League board report.
It mentioned injustice.
Then have you seen the Premier League report? The Premier League board reports that was submitted to the current ESCO.
If you need them,
is it in the public domain?
SLF, you get them.
Why is not public?
No, that is not for administrative purposes. You will make them public.
Why?
Administrative.
Why?
It is for administrative purposes.
If you want when the league finished last season,
as a Premier League club,
when the league finished last season,
the SLF say, want the report, no guna. They don't ever approach the SLFA. Now, as I talk,
we need to have.
Yes, if we want them.
All the clubs should have documents of that because we participated in the league and we were part of the league. If we were part of the league,
I believe
of
why
course we
Ishmael
given
don't
to
say
them.
if you think say una need una.
Yeah, you go and request. Now, he mentioned say teams are not forget points at the table. The law is the law until they change them. If you go to the Premier League Rules and Regulation 2023, provision day, also somebody for protest. If you use ineligible player, if you go against the rules, where you forfeit the point, forfeiture. In the rules. Until it is changed, the law is still the law. So let we go by the law until we come and try for harmonize everything and make them very good for the good of the game.
And they are the current leaders now to do that.
So we are going to review. We are going to review these
rules. So that's
why
I said I'm giving an advice.
We are going to review these rules.
I don't know if Ishmael wants the advice on behalf of the SLFA.
Well, let the writer officially and send it to the SLFA.
No, I think we can do this through the media and most of the football family.
You go recommend that on
it's not a bad recommendation for us not to team playing, having points on table.
The people who run the league very competent and very good for make sure say they know waiting for do. So I believe say all entities should be part of waiting in the plan for make sure say we get the players them registered.
I hope so.
And this palaver for say this time a player, this time a player. It is done.
Okay,
done.
whilst you're there on that, you can send out your final message out there to the fans, to teams, to waiting we for expect, journalists, everybody for expect in terms of this new Premier League team.
Yes, so now we get the football ecosystem if I'm okay. Now the structure on the how the various leagues then.
I like the confidence way they talk away though.
Of course, this is a new administration.
We just hope say una work according
the administration will get for make the difference now. In fact, we don't begin make the difference just less than 3 months into we administration. See what we don't do. See the doors they don't knock on and see the people who they now everybody want to associate with the Babadi led administration. So the Premier League the Premier League clubs going forward, of course. Get for make sure say themselves do waiting for do go by the rules and regulation. Now this extension let every club make sure say they adhere to them because we close the 30th registration close the 30th they're not going to open again because that next 10 days or so are for prepare for the league.
Yeah.
Now for prepare for the league and the league they starts as sit on day na the calendar, so that we go done before the rains. And we done before the games, we all know say we will prepare a plan for playoffs, prepare for other things then before we start the other season.
Yeah.
So we assure the people and say the Babadi-led administration, they on course for make sure say we get the best league in the country. We get the best 4 seasons first because we get 4 years. For make sure say we do the best and make sure say Sierra Leoneans them, you know, appreciate because of, you know, say this league, I think they get players then for Leon Stars.
Absolutely.
Plus the one that we they play professional football.
Yeah, and
because
especially with the coaching
yes.
in new format where in wants for they see their own base players.
Exactly.
There,
so it they give the coach, of course, the leverage now for go across the country and try for, you know, scout out the players them, get the right players them. Because the plan for qualify for the 2027 Nations Cup and the other World Cup we will play 2030. That's the plan. So if we get good league, get good players, then they help the national team greatly. So they put all the things they are so in place for get a very structured league. And Mighty Blackpool, of course, not go even the top of relegation next season. They're really for the top of the trophy. You know, because Mighty Blackpool are a big team. That is the Lions. Now they get named
exactly.
So nobody really Mighty Blackpool self.
I remember was smaller than called the name or you.
Yeah, nobody really themselves for the top of relegation.
Yeah, definitely.
And of course, themselves they put mechanisms in place for get a very good team. You don't mention them. Then get 4 coaches last season. I think history inside Salon Premier League. Forget 4 coaches inside one season and one club.
And then transformation like my
just
Ibrahim, you better talk on, you know, the structures in place so that when I go get a very good team and wait till una fans they out there for expect Ibrahim.
Well, the fans they're really optimistic that this season we go do better in the league, and because then they go to the training sessions, because currently we use the KT field first they train before moving to the SLFA Academy, you know, for continual training sessions. Then waiting and they see now, they're very optimistic, say yes, the Mighty Blackpool will then Sabi, now go see next season. For me, I'm not surprised. Some things way they happen within the school because, you know, in football, when you bring somebody within the football family, he knows everything because we know, say, the current president, you know, don't they part of football, you know, and then in CFC when he be the head in team, Bo Rangers, you see many things where the clubs be the suffer, you're aware, right? So now it head. And I believe say all them problems and then they will be there happen. It go make sure say we will not get them going forward. So we they look up to Ishmael and the leadership of all Sierra Leoneans, yes. You know, in football, you know, for now get a better season. Sure, we also will serve the clubs and we hope that this time around we get a better seed money, you know, for play the league and then. We look up to, but Ishmael up till now the board is incomplete, you know. But I believe so we'll move to that because we have 3 representatives where for the part of the Premier League board.
I think they're gonna make them
very soon.
Yeah,
when
very
we get
soon.
that.
Okay, we wrap up now. Ishmael, but before we wrap up, FIFA Talent Development came for U18 and U15. They play right now at SLFA Academy. I don't know if you go tell Fambu more about that. It's weekends and people then they hope for watch games them as well. So if you go give them insights about the OT, it's actually a final. So then go there and enjoy. Although yes, some they watch some Premier League, English Premier League games there right now, but a lot of interesting fans then they were interested in the local league as well, so that they go and enjoy themselves. Why is the game they play today?
Yes, of course. Now that thing now they Babadi take seriously youth football, you know, the under 15, you know, you get to catch them very young. Absolutely. And this now prerequisite from FIFA for make sure say you organize the tournament in the under 15 and the under 18 where they go on SLFA Academy. Don't start from this morning, this 9 and they continue. You know, now for just make sure say we streamline youth football and get them right. So going forward, the youth system will be very, very good. You know, we see the female under 17, then go win the WAFU tournament. The other female category win the same tournament. And we see the Mandem, now Liberia, the under 20, we see how they perform go to the final or so, and we see Momo Kamara now. They nominate him for CAF Young Player of the Year. All from the youth, from the youth system. So they come with big things for Salone people. We come for football development, and all so this competition, they able for get the talents them, try for categorize them into the various levels, and at the end of the day, we get a very good national team. In next 4 years, we get for really see big transformation for football. Trust me, Nene.
We only hope and pray for that for Apple. As we all know, Salone a nation of die-loving football fans. Them most of we they follow the game and we they enjoy the game. Put out we resources to. Famuna, so they take wrap up the program today. We want to make wish you all the well this weekend. Una go out there, enjoy. Una go support the U15 and the U18s. Then at the SLFA ground right now. The game they go until 4. And una go get entertained, una go admire talents them, and you out there also they pursue a career in football. Continue, keep striving. One day go happen. Like Ishmael mentioned, Momo they already nominated him as CAF U20 player or young player of the season with an outstanding performance. So he put on the under 20 in CAF games there, and he scored about 4 goals, being the highest scoring player and all that. He win 2 man of the match. I was Youssef for the server there. Can be like Momo in the future. Just keep up the hope, keep practicing, play the game, enjoy, have fun. And we the fans them, we play well. They go watch the games. They go enjoy, get fun. We'll stay away from fets, and we can argue small, but may not reach to the point where we there for fets. Like I said, we the end for this session, for this week here, so on to Tuesday again, we come back with another exciting edition of Truth Sports. Continue for the follow we and continue for the watch Truth Media page, and Truth Media page. A lot of interesting updates that they come and they give you a lot of updates about the current news then at the country as well. Plenty thank you to Una where they watch we out there, to me guests then at the studio, Ibrahim and Ishmael. Una plenty thank you, even though they don't get some amount of disagreements them, but then still keep them still and composure. And well, we do this all for the beautiful game of football. And to my production team, plenty thank you to Simon Ansu and also to DJ Muski for when them bring this program come to reality. So till next week, me and Nene Fofana and this na Truth Sports. Bye-bye.
I believe that football brings us together. I believe in the power that peace can bring. Now we must all work together to bring about football for peace. Let us unite. Football for peace.
So you know, cause we're different, it don't mean we can't unite for the game.